Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the NK Show. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about leadership. Leadership. Leadership's on my mind because we're at the beginning of a new year. And I notice on social media and all around me, everybody's pumped up for their New Year's resolutions and goals that they're setting for themselves, whether that's health goals, family orientated, spiritually, business-wise, whatever it might be. We're all out setting these big goals. And one of the key things that I find in the people that are most successful is the ones that have a good sense and a strong sense of leadership, okay? Because leadership isn't just about what we do outward and people following us, but also the qualities, and that's what I want to talk about, the qualities that we need to foster in ourselves to be able to achieve those goals, to be able to achieve those dreams that we set out at the beginning of the year. Now, for me, I had to really think about this year. I had to think about where my commitments were, where I'm spending most of my time, because as we know in Islam, our time is so valuable. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us on the Day of Judgment, what did we do with our time? And I think time links in with that quality of leadership. Being able to be responsible for yourself. Being able to hold yourself accountable. So one of the key ways that you're going to be able to achieve your goals this year is having that sense of responsibility to you, accountability to you. So look at your habits in the morning. What times are you waking up? What times are you going to bed? What times are you making those choices that contradict and don't support the goal that you set out to do? Because it's easy for us to just put it out there that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But I find that a lot of people, when I'm doing the coaching and when I'm working with people, is when I look at their timetable, there's a lot of time wasted, a lot of time that's not committed to their goal. And that comes down to self-discipline. And I think self-discipline is a huge part of leadership. So if we have self-discipline, if we have integrity, if we have an ability to hold ourselves accountable, only then can we go out into the world and lead others. It's only then that it happens. So I invite you for this video is to look at the integrity that you have, the commitments that you've made, the goals that you've set, and really ask yourself, am I a leader in my own life? Before we can go and tell other people and before we can go and do these things, we have to have that self-discipline. We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. So I encourage you to do something that I do with my clients, which is really, really interesting, and it gives them profound insights. Take a week and ask yourself, every single person has 24 hours. So take a week out of your life and monitor it. Each hour, write down what you did and write down if those hours served the purposes that you set out to do. So look at your deen, look at your family, look at your business, look at your self-development and see if it's all balanced. See if you are actually investing the time that you say in those New Year's resolutions, in those goal settings, if it is being invested in the things that you said. Because what oftentimes we find is we say something, but because we're working on our subconscious minds, literally we're just on like robots, doing the same things over and over. And even though we profess we're going to have these amazing goals and we're going to make these big changes, it rarely happens that way because our program is so set to a certain level, and it's that makes us great leaders. It's that commitment to ourselves to say, look, I'm going to wake up 10 minutes earlier. I'm going to make sure I read my salah on time. I'm going to make sure that I am committed to that business, and I'm going to do activities that support that and not get distracted, And with my family, I'm going to make sure I give them their due rights. And if you plan that out, if you were to do that for a week and you had to look at exactly what you were doing, it would give you such an insight and say, and you have to be honest with yourself. Literally sit in front of it and ask yourself, does this, what I'm doing right now, does it serve me? And does it serve the goals that I've set out to do? And if it doesn't, then what am I going to do about it? Because remember, you will get through 2018 and you don't want to look back and think, oh, I set these goals and I never achieved them. Most people will set their goals, and within a couple of weeks, if that, they'll have forgotten. But then there are the handful, the 1%ers, the people who are really determined, highly successful, want to achieve something for their lives, committed. For those people out there, take a chance. Look at your life, observe, because you can't get somewhere unless you know where you are in the first place. Find out where you're at. Don't leave it to chance. To get somewhere, you've got to know where you are in the first place. Do an assessment, see where you're at, and then you can say, okay, I have 24 hours, the same 24 hours as everyone else. What am I going to do with it? What am I going to do this year? I leave you guys with that. Jazakallah khairan for listening. If you enjoyed this video and you found it beneficial, please like it and subscribe to my channel down below.